Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop, ever, until you are dead.
Alright, it's your boy Yellow Jacket here. Well, we got another video, and I really enjoyed making this because I'm pretty sure it's going to be helpful to a lot of you. Some people are having a little bit of trouble or difficulty getting the materials from Fatalis in order to craft the Fatalis armor that you might be looking for, or to craft the Fatalis weapon that you might want to use in your day-to-day hunts. One of the most important materials necessary in that process is one of the most difficult materials to get, which is the Fatalis Evil Eye. I made this video to show you how to, basically my farming method for Evil Eye, and I got some pointers from other people as I observed videos and I saw other people's methods, and I incorporated those things into my own process. So it was a joy for me to do. It's not the most efficient run that I've had. I made some huge mistakes. I'll point them out as we go through the video. But yeah, this is my attempt to farm Evil Eyes. I've done this method numerous of times. So hopefully you guys are able to pick up a couple of pointers that are working for me. Maybe it'll work for you also. This is something that I always punish, despite what some people may think there are rules to fighting Fatalis. And for me, I really only follow 3 rules. I never overcommit, or try not to overcommit. I take what he gives me and I keep him tender. And with that, I've been able to craft every piece of Fatalis armor that there is, and I've crafted every Fatalis weapon that I use. But however, I've only actually beaten Fatalis 3 times. So yeah, this is my method. I always punish this. One of the things that I always do also is, when you're going to farm Evil Eye, leave your Palico in the camp, because your Palico will draw Fatalis's attention away, and you need Fatalis's attention to be on you at all times. I always punish this too. I got a little bit too close, but normally I don't get too close, and I'm able to punish it without taking that chip damage. And that, well, technically it wasn't chip damage because I had my temporal mantle on, but it's chip damage though. So yeah, leave your Palico. You want Fatalis's attention to be on you at all times, because there's a rhythm that this battle has, and you'll see. Bam, got that. You just ping pong. When he doesn't move forward with the bite attacks, and he just takes one bite, if you stay around his head, he'll only take one bite. You'll see right there. Bam. Now I didn't get it, but bam, you just go from side to side taking those hits. Now I was out of position, that's why I had to take a super pound there, but normally I wouldn't have taken a super pound. I just would have went for the forward slam. Every time he does a sweep, I either re-tenderize, or I'll super pound, or I'll draw into a recital. That's what I do right there. Bam, get out of there. Yeah, I left about, I don't know, maybe about 6. I didn't get an exact count, but I left about 4 to 6 minutes of me running around footage on the editing floor. I whiffed that. Normally I'm able to get that, but my angle was kind of jacked up. But yeah, I left that footage on the editing floor just because I know you guys don't want to see me run around dodging Fatalis attacks, not attacking. That's kind of corny. But yeah, my first break, it comes in around the 10.5 minute mark, and I got it on an echo attack. I actually got both breaks on an echo attack. One at the around the 10.5-minute mark, and the second one about 5 or 6 minutes later. Get that. Bam. Sidebar, all you hunting horn players, you know, those of you who are hunting horn beginners, you always want to keep a song or two in the queue, because as you just saw, when I did my recital attack, it'll proc twice. Guys, see, I was a little bit too far away. So this entire video, unedited, is about 23 minutes. That's how long it took me. Well, it took me about 20 minutes to get both horn breaks, but you'll see visually only one horn was broken, even though I had 2 horn breaks, and I'm not used to that. I'm used to seeing both of the chief horns on the top of Fatalis' head being broken when you have the 2 horn breaks. So it kind of sort of threw me off, and then I kept on playing, and I was not determined, but I was a little bit thrown off as to whether I should continue and just to see how far I should go, or to just call it quits and just end the video, because I basically achieved my goal, which is to show you guys that it's possible to farm Evil Eyes in this fashion. So I ended up playing a little bit longer after the second horn break than I normally do, but you guys will see. You guys will see. Yeah, so as you see, I kind of sort of just stay right there. Bam, echo attack. That's the first time I did that. I remember doing that. Super pound, hilt stab, and then one more attack after that. It's a total of 5 seconds. Yeah, it's a total of 5 seconds that you have for that opening. And so normally I cut it off short and roll, that way I don't get caught by the explosion that comes after he does that attack. I was being lazy on that one. That was a huge mistake, and it cost me. See, normally what I do is I keep a Farcaster with me, and when I think that my songs are running out and I'm not getting a big enough opening to refresh my songs, or I'm running low on health items or whatever, I'll Farcaster back to camp. But as you saw, I got a little lazy, I got a little lax, and I ended up excuse me, making a mistake, and it cost me a cart. So I think that if you do the opening, I purposely didn't do the opening because I just wanted to give you raw footage on the fact that it's capable to get 2 horn breaks without the opening. So if you do the opening with the cannons and you take all of the shots and you're efficient in the area, I think it's 3 areas that I messed up. If you're efficient in the 3 areas that I messed up, there's no reason why you can't crack Fatalis' cantaloupe in 15 minutes. It's just that easy. It's not a difficult thing to do. It just takes time and practice, because that's all hunting horn players are. We're just a group of timing experts. Everything with the hunting horn is timing, because the weapon is heavy and slow, so everything is timing. I had some huge mistakes, and I specifically used the Safi Shatterhorn on this because I didn't want it to seem like I was making a video that was kind of sort of unfair by using my Fatalis hunting horn. I didn't want to do that, so I just used a regular Safi Shatterhorn that I tricked out for attack. Now granted, I do have 4-piece Fatalis armor on, but I mean, I didn't want to change too much out. And I think there's 3 out of the 5 Fatalis armor pieces that you can make without the Evil Eye. I have on 4. But you can make the arms, the legs, and the waist without an Evil Eye. So You can get the materials for that just for being on a group hunt with 2 players who know what the hell they're doing. You'll get plenty of material. Or if you go in alone with your Palico, you can use the Palarang and get a material. You can also get Evil Eye if you use the Palarang method, but I think the drop rate percentage for that is like between 1 and 3. It happened for me on my Xbox profile. I got my first Evil Eye off the Palico. Yep. Just another punishment. I think I crack it right here. Yep. Number 1. Now, mind you, I've been running around, missing shots, and that's number 1. And all I did was headhunt with a white sharp horn and a pretty good song set. Here we go. So right now, I'm just gonna go and rebuff everything. Yep, that's all I do in there. Just rebuff everything. Now, normally what I do, and huge mistake, I made a huge mistake right there, and you're gonna see why I tell you you can get it done in 15 minutes. Okay, so I don't smoke bomb the ballista. I don't. Some people do. I've done it before, but normally I don't smoke bomb it. I put it up next to, well, I pull the cannon, quote unquote, right next to the one-shot binder apparatus, and I fire at him, bam, and then run and get on the ballista. As you see, I miss, and that's where it messed up, because I would have bound him and then just unloaded the whole clip into his head, and then I probably would have saved another 5 minutes or so. I don't have the heavy artillery augment, so I probably would have saved another 5 minutes. But that was my first big mistake, my inaccuracy with the binder. And as you're gonna see, I'm gonna make the mistake again. I won't be inaccurate, but I'll be out of position, and that's costly. I got some really good cones on this one. I was getting back-to-back cones on this one, people. So that's one of the edits. After that, all I did was a bunch of running around. That's why I cut that stuff out. I wasn't even attacking. I was just running around, because like I say, it's a dance. And once you make a move that throws off your rhythm, he ends up doing other attacks, because how Fatalis attacks is based on where you are on the screen in relation to him. So he has a close, a medium, and a long. And so if you don't stay in that rhythm, you'll end up out of position, and that'll change his attack pattern. And you'll end up having to fight to reposition yourself to where it's a back and forth dance, where he attacks, you read it, you punish it, you fall back or disengage, you identify the next attack, you get out of the way, you engage, you punish it, and you loop through that dance like that. But one wrong move and you throw the whole loop off, and sometimes it takes a minute to get back into the rhythm. I don't ever remember getting this many good combs on a Evil Eye. Bam! Look at that. Bam! Bam! On an Evil Eye farm expedition. I got some good RNG on this one. Bam! Look, 4th one. And you got to figure, every time I super pound him and hit him with the echo attack by itself is going to be in between 300 to 600 DPS. And that super pound, the first hit of that super pound is gonna be like 80, and then the second hit is gonna hit him for like 2 something, between 165 and 2 something. Man, I'm cracking this boy's cantaloupe every time. I'm trying to bait him out now because he's just hitting me with the same stuff. So I changed, you saw that? I changed where I was going, and that changed his attack pattern to get him out of the corner. Here we go. Draw down on him. Bam. Spin it. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And see, he's not enraged. I can punish that fireball launch. All you gotta do is get under his head and back slam. But I didn't do it. Look, this where I messed up. Huge mess up. How did I mess up? He's facing the other way. I actually messed up twice. I pinned him down facing the other way, and I shouldn't have shot. I'm just sitting here unloading the clip into his back. What the hell for? Like, that was stupid. I could have fed him that whole magazine. All right, here he comes. In his face. If I would have just, all I had to do was stop and wait for him to get loose, but I didn't. Because in my mind, I had already committed to the move, and it was dumb, and I didn't need to do it. Look, there go the second one. That's the second horn break. And so, like I was saying, I normally stop right there if this is what I'm doing, if I'm normally farming Evil Eyes. But then it kind of sort of threw me off because his other horn is still attached. Now, normally, that mug broke off. But for some reason, it's still attached. So now I'm like, okay, well, let me just keep running it. I've never recorded myself doing this, but I wanted to show you guys anyway because I had a good time doing it. I always have a good time doing these, unless I don't. But but yeah, it's beautiful. And then after I figured out what the hell I was doing, I was like, okay, well, you know what? Let me just stop. Let me stop. So that's when I abandoned the quest. It was only like a couple of minutes later. So that's what I did. And there she goes. Normally you get a little more hard horn than one, but there's the Evil Eye right there. You gotta break his head twice, or you gotta hope that you get really lucky with the Palico and the Palarang. So yeah, I don't know. I'll probably have about, I think my last time I counted, I had like 5 or 6 of those things. There's really nothing left concerning Fatalis equipment that I want to make. I want to make a light break switch axe, so that'll probably be the next thing that I do. I'll take my Palico with me into that fight, but I kind of sort of use this strategy here against Raging Bracky. But the only thing with Raging Bracky is, even though his legs have terrible hit zones, he trips easy. So you tenderize his legs and you beat the hell out of his legs with your horn, and he'll knock over, and you crack his nose and his pounders, and hopefully you'll get an immortal reactor. To me, immortal reactors are a little bit more difficult to drop than the Evil Eye, because the Evil Eye is for sure, it's mechanical. You crack his head twice and you get it. Okay, here's the build. See, look, just a regular Safi Shatterhorn. Anybody can get it. What you do is, right before you claim your Safi rewards, you equip the type of a weapon that you want to get. And if you guys beat him, you'll probably get 3 attempts at a good hunting horn, if that's what you want. I mean, but you see what the skills are. Attack boost, damn near 7. Evade window all the way up. Crit eye. You saw everything. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Just a regular Safi Shatterhorn. Some decent all-around skills. And a little bit of good footwork. And it can be done. So like, share, subscribe. I've been talking long enough. I want to hunt a little bit more, so I'm going to dip off. You guys have a good day. Thanks for watching.